Hi, this is Robin.
Hey, Robin. It's really nice to talk to you.
You as well. Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Welcome back. I guess that's the big greeting at this point, right?
Thank you. Good to be back.
Yeah. I mean, as the story goes, you took the time off and went to college. I don't know if you feel like you got your backup plan now, your plan B in case this doesn't work out.
No, I didn't. I flunked out of finance, so I'm just I got in music now.
Yeah. Stuck being a musician, a successful musician for the rest of your life. That's, sorry to hear that. Um,
Thank you for understanding.
yeah. When this all happened, though, when you made that decision, what was it like with the conversation with the rest of the band? Were they behind you? Did everyone know that you were going to take an actual break? That it was more than just the album cycle?
Well, I think that everyone wants to do this when it's exciting, when everyone's excited to do it. So it wouldn't be something we'd want to do if people had, myself included, had other kind of things drawing them to, or other curiosities that they were exploring. And so in that sense, everyone, because we all want to do this, and we knew if we did this again, we just wanted it to be this very positive experience for everyone. In that sense, everyone was very understanding, and I was very understanding of everything else everyone was doing as well. And I sort of wish that it hadn't been quite as long. I don't know if it needed to be quite so long, but it's okay. We'll just start working on the next one now.
Which I hear you're already doing, and that's sort of amazing considering just the timeline for this stretch. That's possibly a quick turnaround for you guys.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, making this one, I learned a lot, and we solved a lot of problems in the course of making it, and it just seemed like things, as we kept making it, things got clearer and clearer, and so I'd hate to lose that momentum.
And it's hard not to try to read in to your lyrics to decipher, things. I mean, we do that with every artist, so it's not anything new, and especially in my job. But there's this line in there where it says, "The endless vacation felt like perdition." And I was wondering if that was a statement to this time off in school and traveling the world.
Yeah, for sure. But that was only I wrote that lyric only 6 months or 8 months after touring Helplessness Blues.
Oh, wow.
So it was even longer since then.
Yeah, I'm no good at relaxing either, for what it's worth. So it's I kind of use that as how I feel, interpreted, and I completely get it. So I can't sit on a beach. I can't do it.
I can't do it either.
While I'm on lines and picking this apart, the very first line is pretty stunning when it says, "I am all that I need." What's going on there?
While I was in school, I felt like I had kind of free reign to make whatever kind of music I wanted. And so one kind of music that was just this very quiet, kind of laconic music I was never intending to release. And that was one of the parts from that period of writing. And so I think when I wrote it, maybe I really felt that way. And then choosing to put it on the album, I saw it more as a presenting a problem that needed to be resolved by the end of the record, like this, expressing this kind of, this person's sounding self-sufficient, but they also sound really wounded and kind of broken, and just to kind of present that as like the first problem on the record, and then have the record explore that more, or and eventually end very whole, hopefully kind of more together, or more kind of back in the fold, So it just kind of gave the record somewhere to go, to put that at the top.
So it's much smarter then to listen to the record as a whole journey, and not, as I'm obviously trying to do here, just centering out on one line and making that a defining statement.
Yeah.
Because I will do that one more time just for the context of this. But there's a spot in "Kept Woman" where you say, "I'm the same as you saw me back then," and I thought, well, that's probably not true, and more so, I didn't even know if that was more of a character study or biography. But
there's some lines. There's some lines that when I write them, I think I'm like, okay, this is obviously, this is not meant to be taken at face value. But just here and there, like the ones you're mentioning.
Yeah. Of course, the ones I'm mentioning would be that. Hey, you talking about this writing, in the in-betweens and while you were at school and everything. It's interesting because there was an impression, and maybe it's how the press runs away with things, but there was an impression that you were done, that it was over. But from what it sounds like, from your point of view, that was never the case. That you were writing and
Well, I mean, everything I was kind of studying. It was like I built this little album curriculum for myself. It was all kind of like, oh, let's study some stuff that'll help with making a record eventually. So, if I weren't intending to make another Fleet Foxes album, I probably would have done something different.
And you popped up at one point, I think it was on Fallon, to do the Pearl Jam cover, which I'm a very big Pearl Jam fan, so that was a nice moment for me. I think you did Corduroy, maybe? Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, but that was the moment I was like, oh, he's not done. He's not done at all.
Yeah.
The other part of your writing, you do it in movements, more so than most artists. And, it's like I kind of think about comedy, and sometimes they have to force an ending, to the joke, when like SNL sometimes does that. And I figure the way you write, because it's usually like 2 or 3 songs together, and you kind of skirt that. You never exactly have to finish. It doesn't have to be the complete period like you do. And like, what attracts you to that type of writing?
I wonder about that myself, because I guess I've been writing songs since I was about 14, and this isn't something I was doing back then. I was trying to write verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, trying to do that. And I guess, it's not like I think this is a better way to do it, but I think just doing, sometimes if something sounds too much like a song or too much like song form, then I think it's kind of cliched. There's something about that structure that is like functionally useful and great. I love traditional song form when it's done well, but sometimes it can feel perfunctory and like not compelling to me. So it's just I feel like I'm always trying to pursue the thing that strikes my curiosity or perks my ears up. That if I heard it, I would wonder what trip that artist was on. What they were chasing, and that has meant, I guess, on this record, more and more these kind of like fragmented things where little sections of music are functioning as a bridge or a chorus, but not in the traditional sense. And I can't say it's a better approach, but it's just kind of where it's ended up on certain songs, just in pursuing a kind of a feeling of novelty, at least in how we work on music.
A perfect approach for you guys. I mean, it completely stamps Fleet Foxes with originality. I mean, you have your own sound. There's not another Fleet Foxes. It's not like I can turn around and be like, oh, Fleet Foxes, they sound like, these 3 bands, because of just the way you do compose it.
Right. That's great. I mean, that's the goal. Hopefully you end up there at some point.
Yeah. I love the record. It's beautiful. I'm so glad that you're back at it. And, as a selfish fan, I cannot wait till the next one. So
great. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
All right. Thanks, Robin. Take care.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.